We are back, and many of us are still talking about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened now at Walt Disney World. The lines I hear are still pretty long to even get in the land. But of course, the big headliner right now is the Millennium Falcon, the Smuggler's Run ride. This is going to be one of two attractions. The second attraction is going to be opening in December.
The attention to detail in all this is truly amazing.
It really is. The whole land. And I can't believe how big the land is. That's what really took me out, just kind of takes you back. I think what takes everybody else back too.
In that day.
Oh, I did get my I should have had one of those on. I don't have one of those. But what takes people back is when you step up and you see the Millennium Falcon for the first time.
Wow.
You hear that. You hear that. There's like the silence factor, and then sometimes you'll see Chewie walking around.
Where am I?
You do. You feel like you are there. Well, of course, like Disney does, they made an entire experience out of the Millennium Falcon where you get to board it and you actually get to maneuver it. But we wanted to learn a little bit about the ride before we actually had the chance to drive, to steer the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So we caught up with one of those fabulous Imagineers that they have to get their thoughts. So take a look.
We've touched on the fact that it has been years in the making. So many people have been so excited to visit Batu, but I want to think that the attraction that people are the most excited about, of course, is this Millennium Falcon. Where we are right now, I'm joined with Sophia, and of course we had to bring in the Star Wars resident expert of Tampa Bay's Morning Blend, our own Preston here. So first, Sophia, let's talk. Where are we exactly? Because Smuggler's Run is one of those things that people have on their bucket list.
So right now we are on the Millennium Falcon in the chess room.
Speaking of chess room, right here, recognize this one. I haven't played yet, but one of the things I have been able to notice so far is how interactive it is. Or maybe I shouldn't say I've noticed getting on this ride. Preston has noticed how interactive it is. You've been seeing buttons, and yes, he's been pushing buttons already too.
There are buttons everywhere, and I feel like I know this ship. I built a scale model of this ship when I was a kid, so I think I actually know the ship better than the Corellians that built it.
You know, I can't compete. That's why we have to bring Preston in. You know, one of the things too that I've always been able to appreciate about Disney is you make it such a fan experience when people are waiting in lines. I think the most dreaded thing people have. Explain the storyline, explain what people are going to experience as they do come aboard the Millennium Falcon.
So as guests come aboard the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, they're going to be met by Hondo Onaka of Onaka Transport Solutions, and Hondo has a proposition for you and your crew, and if you choose to partake in the offer, then he will send you onto the Millennium Falcon to go on to go run a job for him.
And it's fair to say that it has something to do with smuggling, so it's probably a little on the dangerous side. Deals with some money, right?
There's definitely some risk.
I like how she says that with a smile, right? Let's talk about the inspiration, though, because again, I touched at the beginning how this has been years in the making. Explain some of the inspiration behind it, because even when you turn the corner and just get to see the Millennium Falcon for the first time, I mean, it is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, so when guests and fans board the Millennium Falcon, they are really going to feel the magnitude and the detail and the specificity, and it couldn't have been done without the fantastic partnership between Walt Disney Imagineering and Lucasfilm. I mean, they spent countless hours going over all of those details and making sure it was right.
Speaking of details, Sophia, I'm told, and maybe I'm starting to worry a little bit, that I'm actually going to have a role when it comes to riding this attraction, because as a matter of fact, we're actually getting ready to hop on right now. And I hear you've got different jobs for us. I'm feeling pressure because I know how much this one likes the Millennium Falcon. I don't know if I want to be all about that pressure. Any words of wisdom?
Well, in your crew of 6, something's happening. Something's happening.
Yeah, I told you guys I didn't. No, I said I didn't want to roll. Where's he going? What is going on? I didn't know we had rolls already.
You never know what's going to happen here.
Fair to say, the last thing I thought that was going to happen was that Preston was saving the day.
I built that model as a kid. I knew what to do.
You knew what to do. Are you going to know when we get into the cockpit, which is where we're heading to now?
Oh, absolutely.
You better. I'm leaning on you. Again, this is one of the many amazing attractions that you can experience on the planet of Batu. Thank you so much for joining us today. And again, we got to go check out this bad boy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's a little behind the scenes look, but I think most important, thank you to this guy.
Good job,
You saved the day. Well, we were in the cargo hold there, just chilling by the chessboard. Everything hit the skid, and it was like, okay, you were over that table saving the day.
That was an awesome experience. I can't believe we actually got to fly the real Millennium Falcon. It was amazing.
So it was real. It was real.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know how they got it there. I mean, Florida's got all kinds of nooks and crannies, and somehow they fit that giant ship right in that cranny, and it was amazing.
Hey, Preston, take us a little off track here. I know people that are your type.
Okay.
He has a
I'm
time.
already,
mean
I'm already
debonair?
picking up on you.
Yes, debonair.
That and also just really immersed, shall we say, in the Star Wars culture and
Okay,
lifestyle.
sure.
Okay, so what would be the perfect gift for someone like that?
Oh my gosh. This.
Bunny.
right
Just
here.
so
Funny
happens.
So I brought this home from Galaxy's Edge at Disney, and it's not the real R2-D2 because the real R2-D2 is bigger.
We had a special moment with R2-D2.
Yes,
You
we
and I did.
Yes, we did. But this is
close
R2-D2's
cousin.
nephew.
Okay.
Nephew.
Yeah. But anybody, I think there's a lot of other nephews and
Yep.
grandkids.
You can get your
so
own
you
droid.
can get your own R2-D2 nephew.
And I do have to say, though, Preston, you did save the day while you were in there because things, I mean, you heard the noise, you heard the problems. And I even have to say that the cast was so impressed by Preston. I mean, you jumped over the table. Those are experiences that everybody's going to be able to experience when they go and visit the Millennium Falcon, right?
Yes, when I did that, people were impressed.
Of course they were.
You know what? I can't add anything on that. The only thing I can add is tell you to stay tuned because later in the show, we're actually going to take a look at our footage, including Preston's footage of when he was able to captain the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So stick around for that. In the meantime, we will be back with plenty more Tampa Bay's Morning Blend. Good job, Press.
Good
Preston,
job,
the
Matt.
best.
You were there too.